Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me to introduce you to aiiro. It's a new platform that is changing the investor relations space as we know it. My name is Mahmoud Marai. I just moved to Dubai a few months ago. Been working with aiiro since February. Earlier this year, I spent my past decade in Germany working mainly for Amazon in the production in the product management space, and a little bit also with Wayfair, a leading furniture online retailer, also worldwide. Yeah, so aiiro was founded in November 2023, and we're just under a year old. We launched our platform in August, so just a few weeks ago, and we're headquartered here in the Dubai AI campus in DIFC. Since we launched, maybe 5-6 weeks ago, we've been seeing a tremendous feedback from our customers. We already have a couple of dozens of enterprise level publicly listed companies in our funnel at basically different stages, whether they're onboarding themselves, getting their legal approvals, or training their teams. We already have one live customer, publicly listed company in the UK in the mobility space. To give also the overarching idea of how aiiro came to life, aiiro is the daughter company of Pro Solutions. Pro Solutions is one of the biggest players in the region and in the world in the investor relations space that specialize in corporate reporting and corporate communication. The founder of aiiro and Pro Solutions is David Grunfeld, who is literally in this room having another meeting with the CEO of Salat. He couldn't skip that. He will be joining us in a few minutes and in the networking afterwards. So Pro Solutions has been in business for more than 2 decades. A group of their clients, as you can see below, trusted by companies in the region and the real estate, oil and gas, and telecommunications, and more. And aiiro is just the new innovation arm, the new platform built by Pro Solutions to serve their customers in a new way, leveraging latest technology. So the point here is that we're just combining the real expertise in the industry with the latest technology, and we're building a cool product about it. So it's mainly product-led and product-focused company, and we have our partners to grow with. Okay, going into the problem statement. So the investor relations teams and the public listed companies are often very stretched. They're balancing between the demands of actually supplying their reporting, but also catering for the institutional investors who always put the big tickets and the big investments in the companies. The retail investors are usually underserved. The retail investors are usually underserved. The investor relations teams are unable to cater to all of them. Yes, exactly. So the investor relations teams are usually unable to cater for all of them. Yeah, so aiiro is here to fill this gap. With aiiro, we're addressing this gap directly by allowing the retail investors to find answers to the questions they need without having or requiring direct interaction already with the overstretched IR teams. And by empowering the retail investors, we don't only serve this the underserved category, but we're also creating demand and awareness on the stock as more people are able to gather information about the stock and hopefully increase the valuation of the entire company and the demand on the stock on the long term as well. We have here a small intro YouTube video that we created. I will leave you with that really quickly, showing how aiiro works.
Simply upload your documents. Aiiro Airo is your new investor assistant, engaging stakeholders on your IR website. Simply upload your documents, customize your assistant for your brand and messaging, and you're all set. With fast and accurate response 24/7, investors are more likely to find what they want, connect with your equity story, and invest in your company. Our secure platform, powerful analytics, and your own AI sandbox will save you tons of time and make your job easier. Aiiro, transforming IR by putting the power of AI to work for you.
Okay, so Aiiro it basically operates as a B2B2C platform, which we sell to the publicly listed companies. And Airo's core feature is the smart investor assistant that is powered by AI. Once the companies buy Aiiro, it's really easy. It takes a few minutes to deploy it on their IR website. And once it's deployed, it digests all of the information that is on the IR website, such as URLs, PDFs, the financial reports, summaries, and so on and so forth. And within a few minutes, the investors and the team members are able to basically chat with it. So we believe that in the very near future, every investor relations website is going to have some version of Aiiro. It's going to have some version of using AI to leverage the technology for immediate and fast retrieval of information for the investors and the shareholders. I will now show you a live demo of Aiiro in action and the platform, how it looks like. Yeah, this is the last switch, and then we're going to go back to the slides and yeah. Yeah, so this is the platform that we sell to the publicly listed companies. You can see here that they have all of the analytics, and they get this. Once they deploy on their IR website, this investor assistant becomes the perfect reflection of what the investors can see. The investor assistant is able to digest different information in all different heights. So charts, tables, graphs, and text. You're able to ask very direct financial data, looking into the P&L balance sheets, extracting information from charts, and so on and so forth. As you will be able to see now, we have also the FAQs button there, which functionality that we added to supersede the information that is in the IR documents. So if there's short-term events, some sort of maybe a board member was changed, or there's a new announcement for the new AGM meeting, or a new announcement for the company, and we'd like to supersede this information with a short-term messaging, the teams are able to enter this very quickly, and it understands that this question is what the user is asking about, and is able to integrate it on top. So as you can see here, we're asking different types of questions, financial and also qualitative questions. We're able to dig deep into numbers in the balance sheet or the P&L that is being extracted out of data. We extract information from screenshots, but also PDF, texts. So we built our to AI that is able to extract information from many different forms. We also have the sources that is able to take you to the page and the document where the information was sourced from. You're able to write the question or find it in the FAQs, and it will return the same answer. Yeah. And now this is the last switch. So. Okay. All right. So when we started building our product, we were thinking, okay, what actually makes the LLMs or ChatGPT when they came out and we saw this revolution different from that like chatbots, because, and this was a really important question when you think about a product, because it's not only that it's able to answer everything, but what really it took for us to be happy to use it, and how we can replicate this, but also adjust it to the like investor relations space. And what we learned from there is we have the immediate and direct and useful information retrieval, that that you're talking to a friend who's very knowledgeable, but it gives you information and that you're feeling heard. And this is what we had to like replicate on a bigger level with our like investor assistant, using like our own data. So like very quickly into tech, I'm just going to take a couple of seconds here. We have built our like proprietary AI with these like sequence of events between the response and the information. We're gathering here the information many different ways. We're leveraging several LLMs. We're leveraging several like orchestration tools, as well as building a very like robust like cloud-based solution to like support all of that. So we tailored the models for it. We have a robust infrastructure. We integrated the share price, and we're doing easy like customization. This is like finance data, so like accuracy is a real challenge. So like hallucination is not accepted when you're giving a number about a company's P&L, their profit or loss, or the share price. You can't get that wrong. This is a solution for like publicly like listed companies. If we can't get that right, we don't have a business. And that's why I said at the beginning of our presentation, we're a technology-led and a product-led startup, backed by our like presence in the business already. And then when we were doing our like product market fit as well, we found out that our like investor relations teams, our main customers are telling us, hey, this is cool, we love the investor assistant, I'm gonna buy it, we're gonna publish it to our investors, they will love it. But hey, like, what is it for me? I wanna also use this like nice technology for myself as well. So can you please build me a sandbox that is like purely secure, that can take the new like confidential information that we have to use it for our own like publications and summaries and so on and so forth, that make my life easier as well, instead of me having to prepare all of these publications, documentations. Investor relations teams, they spend hours on the like quarterly reports, annual reports, announcements, the press releases and so on. They have a long list of publications they do, so they are like, I want to also part of the cake. So this was a solution that we built for them that makes their life easier. They're able to add here their instructions, the brand voice, and so on and so forth, to produce a document or to generate content, right? That is very similar to their previous with like new data points. We also give something back to the like investor relations teams. We give them analytics on their like IR websites that they actually don't get right now, right? So they don't know who's going into the like IR websites. They don't know what information people are looking in on their like PDFs. Are people interested in dividends? Are they interested in the board members and the profitability and the R&D? What is it that actually our investors are interested in? We're able to give them the quantitative analysis, how many people came, session duration, how many questions they asked. But we're also able to give them the qualitative analysis. We built an intelligent classifier that classifies the topics being asked by the users, what topic is being asked, and we're able to quantify this for them and also give them a trend of what their investors are interested in over time. We also like customize it for the brands. We understand that our companies are publicly listed companies, and they love their brand and they want to adhere by it. They're able to customize it as much as they want, and the implementation is really easy. We give them basically a small like code snippet that they implement on their like IR website. It takes 2 minutes, right? They just put in the code of the website, and they're able to you customize it if it's going to show up as a chatbot bubble or a side panel or a top panel, and so on and so forth. This is our team. Our business and product team is based here in Dubai. We're headquartered in the AI campus. Our tech team, however, is based between the east coast of the US and Germany. We have our like CEO, our like CTO, his ex AWS and like headquarters, and we have other engineers working in Germany that have previous experience in Toyota in Japan, Hyundai in South Korea, and Continental in Germany. These are also our like board of advisors. They are they have a lot of experience in the AI space, but also the investor relations space. As you can see, our board of advisors include leaders in the like London Stock Exchange groups, Abdul Latif Jamil, and others.
Mahmoud, thank you so much. We've actually gone a little bit over time.
Okay.
You can explain further when we open it to the panel for questions.
Okay, I was actually almost done.
Thank you so much for that. So I do have a couple of questions, mainly on mitigating hallucinations in your product. So obviously with IR, that's a big thing. I know it's probably the most important thing. So I'd love to understand how your AI mitigates hallucination. What kind of technologies are you using? Is it a RAG model? And then I do have some other questions, but I'll let you answer that first.
Yeah, sure. So basically, if we do not mitigate hallucinations, we don't have a business. So this was our main focus on technology. And yes, to your question, we're using a RAG solution. We use it for that, two different pipelines next to each other. One is orchestrated by LangChain, the other one by Llama Index. And both of them with each other, we have two different pipelines in the way how data is ingested and is like validated, but also how the data is like retrieved out of that. So for instance, a bit of a technical one. So all of the chunks or the vectors that we've vectorized the data in, we augment on them new metadata that we have designed ourselves that is able to pick information based on certain filtering mechanism that we built on these chunks that is completely avoids hallucination. And it's only a RAG solution, as I mentioned. It's a closed box. If you ask it who's the president of the US, it doesn't know. Like how many states are in the US, it doesn't know. So yeah.
Okay, clear. And then from an onboarding perspective, given you're focusing on publicly listed companies, it's fairly difficult to onboard them. It's extremely long sales cycles. So just wondering how you're going about targeting these customers.
Yeah, like absolutely. So as I mentioned at the beginning, we're the daughter company of like Pro Solutions, and Pro Solutions wrote, I think, around about 65 annual reports for countries in the region last year. So we already have one foot in the door. The process usually with the tech teams getting approvals and legals, and yes, it's taking time. The enterprise sales cycle, also like here in the region, is like, hey, come on, let's move on. So it's taking time, but we already achieved, I think 6, 7 already passed that, and they're in the onboarding phase. But we're working on this right now on how to streamline it. But we're being very careful that we don't want to get sucked into this with companies. We're rather focusing on the product, and we're trying to grow quickly with a few companies, because if a few companies have it and it's working well, other companies will want it as well, and this is our sales strategy.
Okay, clear. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. It was a really good presentation. Having spent 7 years with the London Stock Exchange myself, actually,
oh, wow.
I can see a lot of opportunities.
Do you know Tom?
Yeah.
Ah, super cool. Yeah.
I used to be in different teams, but across technology and capital markets. So I know a few people there. Now, in terms of the monetization, right? You mentioned about the sandbox. That could be one. You mentioned about the public companies to use it for clients or for investors. Are they monetizing that as well? And then you mentioned about analytics, which is for website. Can you just give us a bit of an overview again in terms of line of business, line of revenue that you're going to be generating as of day one?
Yeah, sure. So we have actually like one pricing for the like entire platform. We're not doing any staging for different features. So it costs around a bit more than $1,000 a month, or yearly it's $12,500, and we include the 3 main features: the investor assistant that mainly serves the investors, the sandbox serves the team, and the analytics is also for the team.
Fantastic. Now, in terms of, I saw something that was a bit surprising in terms of almost an advice. Are you guys giving advice? Because I saw a sentence there that says, you got $10 dividend, investors loved it.
Yeah, that was a demo. That was a
Yeah.
So this was a demo for a company called like Just Eat Takeaway. This is fake information. I was just like demonstrating the like FAQ feature that basically you're able to supersede information and IR documents with this feature to manage the short-term communication and messaging to your investors. Yeah, but this is false information.
Last one, on burning rate. What's your burning rate, scalability, burning to revenue ratio?
Burning rate. So yeah, like aiiro is like self-funded by like David and like Pro Solutions basically. So we have our tech team is based in the US. It's around 19 members. Our burn rate, I don't have the number exactly, but we're looking around from 60 to like 70K a month dollars.
And you're raising capital right now, right?
Yes, we're like starting our like C fund soon, and like we're going to be raising $2 million.
At what valuation?
I don't know the numbers completely, but David will be here after the presentation. You can ask the finances.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mahmoud. Good presentation. So, so I'm still trying to understand the pitch, right? So when you walk into an enterprise and you're saying, listen, we have this amazing tool, AI-led, that you can implement on your IR website that will enable, right? So what do they get in return? What does the enterprise get in return? What is the value that you're generating for the enterprise? I saw somewhere it said you save 58 seconds at the end of the whole thing, right? But what does the enterprise get in return?
Yeah, sure. So it's so there's a part of it that has a direct like ROI to the company, which is how much time we're saving the investor relations teams like communicate with their investors. So this is through the investor assistant. We're also giving them insights that they never had about how many people are visiting our website, how many questions are asked, what people are interested in. They never had insights into like this data at all. So these two data points or these two areas is what they never experienced before. For public listed companies, having this tool for that price, because they're usually big
have you been able to quantify that value? Because if you're going to go and charge a SaaS price, right? Yeah. You have to be able to say, listen, you spend so much, but look at the value you're getting back in return, right? I think at some point, I don't know whether you have the answer right now, but maybe you want to start thinking in those lines, right? Okay. Secondly, it's all public data, right? Whatever, it's all public data, just that you go directly to the enterprise. Do you have in your roadmap at some time you want to go directly to a B2C model where you say, listen, if it's public data, then I can just take the top 500 companies, enterprises of public data and load it into the database, and then you offer a heavy investors, retail investors, like who are on the tool every day, trying to make trades every day, right? Who wants information on a daily basis. Then I should be able to, rather than doing tons and tons of analysis, I should just ask 5 questions, and then this aiiro tells me the answers, and then I go and invest. So do you have that in your roadmap, or you've still not gone that far as yet?
Well, yeah, like this is a like very interesting question. This was actually like my dream when I joined the aiiro. I was like, okay, I want to actually like cater for analysts and share this numbers B2C and change the analyst experience, because I touched on it myself. I play sometimes with stocks, but if we're gonna go in this direction, which is by the way on the roadmap, but I don't think it's something that we're looking into this year. But how we can cater for investors and then share information with them on a like broader level. In order to reach this, we need the like network effect. We need to have a lot of companies in there that we're able to access their data. And also we're thinking, if we're gonna tap into this market or this like direction, also like Bloomberg is probably like building something like that. So Bloomberg,
you will have competition, definitely.
Yeah.
The other area where you can potentially look at is the private space, right? I think he'll be able to explain from Beko, right? So the amount of every entrepreneur, every founder goes through tons and tons of time answering questions from potential investors, right? I know they have an IR, they prepare a pitch deck, they prepare all the stuff. But the amount of time the founder, because I've been a founder myself 3 times, and I know what I've had to go through, right? If you can find a way to have it in a secure environment, the data, while he's talking to 25 investors on a daily basis, trying to, right, somewhere there, maybe if you can extend that, I think that'll be something that'll be useful, right? I don't know how this will work, but yeah.
Yeah, we were also, so I think 2 or 3 clients asked about this here in the UAE, because when CFOs are doing their AGM meetings, they'll be like, okay, I want something that gives me the answers to the questions that are being asked immediately, and then I can work from there. So this feature that is also on our roadmap. There's a lot of things we're building, but we're trying to master what we're doing right now and get through the door.
I'll second what you said. I think we spend 2 weeks of our life a quarter doing reporting. So this would be super useful.
Yeah.
But a couple of questions. On one piece, on the private side, if you were to launch a solution, I think it's a bit different where a private investor only needs to showcase what he wants to showcase. He does not need to show every single metric possible. So that's one piece of advice when you're actually looking to launch. Second piece, on the sales cycles itself, who are you selling to? Are you selling to IR teams or are you selling to tech teams? Because 2 very different people to be selling to.
IR teams are our clients, the tech teams are the gatekeeper.
Yeah, that's typically the roadblock
Oh
you have to go through.
I can tell you stories.
Yeah, no, maybe
I was about to fly to like Oman last week. Just hey man, please push it forward. Yeah.
Then if you're selling to tech teams, what's the selling point for them to switch from their existing solutions or even add another solution when it adds another cost line for them? Because typically they have Carta, Tactic, Visible, a bunch of other products that they're using. How do you layer that on top? How does it integrate with other solutions? And how comfortable are they typically to switch?
Yeah, so as like investor assistant or a chatbot bubble that lives on top of their websites, we are the first in the world.
Do you have any success metrics on how much time or face time you were able to reduce from these IR teams engaging with their investors?
We don't have a success metric that is defined now or a KPI to reach, but we track it. So and we have also on our roadmap, once we publish Airo on the IR websites, how we can bring the traffic actually to use it, how we can bring the investors to go on the website and actually click on that green chatbot there and think that this is something that is cooler or more advanced than the normal chatbot that nobody wants to chat with. So we made sure that we track that, and we have ideas on how to push this forward by changing the graphics of it, by adding advertisements, running online campaigns, partnering with the companies that we sold to. So we attract the attention to it. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then maybe final question, how are you looking at the region? Where do you see the potential? Just given you had a few logos in the region, but what's the rollout plan here?
Yeah, so the rollout plan, we're starting from here in Saudi Arabia, because this is the main customer base for pro solutions. A big part also of our go-to-market strategy is partnerships. So in the vast majority of IR websites are not managed by the companies themselves. They have partners that are building their IR website and doing the reports and doing their publications. And we're partnering up. So our board of advisors, for instance, is Steve Kemp. So Steve Kemp is running Emperor in the UK and here. Emperor is the biggest in the world that is doing financial reporting, support consulting, and so on. So big part of our sales is partnering up with the website builders and the corporate communication agencies and bringing Airo with them in their overall package as a service there. So this is how the industry itself is being run worldwide.
Hey, Mahmoud, thank you. Great presentation. I was going to ask about competitors, but you seem to answer that. You're not aware of any at this time. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. So what about Pros? How many clients does Pros have that would be potential clients for aiiro at this time?
So like Pro Solutions last year, they wrote, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 57 or 58 annual reports for companies in the region and the UK. So our client is in the UK in the mobility space is one of Pro's already clients. Our like, client base here includes like ADNOC and others in the region. I think Pro Solutions worked, I might be slightly off, but worked with more than 280 public companies in the world so far. Emperor, and there's also like Brunswick, they are one-to-one partners with aiiro. They're the two major website builders and corporate reporting agencies or consulting in the world. They're also part of our go-to-market strategy.
And did you have a slide for go-to-market strategy, anything like that? Like, what does that look like if you have access to all these clients? You know, next year, should you be at 100 clients, or any ideas on what the roadmap is going to look like?
No, we don't have one. We have this one. No, we don't have one here. But basically, our like, go-to-market strategy right now is really like product focused and reaching out directly to the IR teams. The IR teams that we reach out to, they're already like Pro Solutions clients. We just reach out to them and we demo, and then they're interested now or they want to postpone a little bit, and then they directly go into the investment funnel. So we didn't build a go-to-market strategy now because we didn't know how it makes sense for us to actually have a plan that it is like executable, where we're testing with our partners, we're seeing if the product is actually adding value, we're focusing purely on the product. We don't have a sales team, we don't have a customer success team, so it's like David, Catherine, and myself, and our tech team is 9 people, and we're continuously just focusing on, are we actually adding value? Yep. And how we can build a product that is awesome, that fits them.
Okay, so that answers my question. You're in MVP stage currently. You expect to be in that stage for a few more months, and then you'll have a proper go-to-market strategy after that next year sometime.
Yes, like very soon, yes.
Okay, amazing. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.